Hey guys, so today's video we are going to be filming a new products in my collection plus review video. Now this video was inspired by Jam Beauty 89, Jessica Braun. She did like a video kind of like this, just a review video of like all of the new products in her collection. And I thought instead of doing a favorites video this month, I do a new products and review video. The only reason why I'm not doing a favorites video is because I feel like I have a lot of new products, but I haven't tried them out like long enough to have any favorites. You know what I mean? Like I have some favorites, but like nothing like, you know what I mean? You guys understand what I mean. Anyways, so if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like and thumbs up, and let's get into this video. All right, first product I'm gonna talk about is like two sponges, and they came together in a pack. Two Eco Tool sponges. I can't remember the exact name, but I will link them down below in the video, and I will also link the rest of the products as well. I believe you can get just this one as well, which is the bigger sponge, but I'm not 100% sure. Don't care. Nothing new in this house. I have tried other cheaper sponges in the past, but I never liked them. I just felt like they could never keep their shape. I remember trying one a couple years ago, really, actually, when sponges were, like the Beauty Blender really was popular, and everybody was trying to mimic the Beauty Blender. And I believe I bought it from Forever 21, and it was from their, like, brand. And I remember, I'm like, no, I don't like it. Like, it sucked up all the product and all that crap, and I'm like, I don't like this in a sponge. I don't want this in a sponge. But this, this takes over my Real Technique sponge by a mile. Reason being is I like that it has this round at the end that I can use instead of like a flat piece. Like there's really no perfect place on the Real Technique sponge to really like work that foundation in. So that's what I really like about this big sponge. Now it does have, on both of them, has that short side, and then it has like the long side. You can use this to like clean up your your contour, but I don't do that as often. But I do bake. But I use this tiny little sponge to bake, as well as I use it for concealer. And what I really like about the smaller sponge that I didn't like about the bigger sponge when I tried it for concealer, it really got into like you could really like maneuver it to get it up in that that corner to blend out the concealer. And that's what I really loved most about this one. So far I'm really liking these sponges. I've been trying these out for about 2.5 weeks now. I do want to buy a beauty blender and compare all the sponges I have and see if like the beauty blender is really better than like the cheaper alternative. The next product I have is a foundation, and this is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer in the shade 04 Medium Beige. That's what she looks like. Now first off, my favorite thing about this packaging is the pump. I love the pump. Now I love that this is affordable. This I believe was $9.99, so like $10 at CVS, which is where I bought it. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know. I remember when this first came out, everybody was in love with it, and I never tried it because people were saying that it oxidizes. Now I'm not wearing it today. I'm actually wearing the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. And I'm like, okay, well this, maybe if it's gonna oxidize, I don't want that. And I'm like, when I tried it, I didn't notice any oxidization because it doesn't even have SPF in it. It's just like oil free, which I really like because I have really oily skin. So I'm like, okay, well, it doesn't oxidize. So I don't know what people are saying when it oxidizes. Amy Macedo said that like she did like a kind of like something on her Snapchat where she shows like a wet and dry of the Fenty Beauty, and it does look darker, but I feel like it was a good darker because it blended in with your skin more. And I feel like that's what this does. And as well, I feel like the shade matches me perfectly. I have a hard time finding foundations that match me perfectly, like to the T. But I do know that when winter like really hits, like the snow here in Indiana, I'm gonna have to get a lighter shade because I do get pretty pale in the wintertime. So this is meant to be a medium to full coverage foundation. Definitely lives up to that standard. I can get full coverage with a pump in like 3/4, and I can get like max coverage with 2 pumps, and I can get medium coverage with a pump that fills up my whole face. And I feel like I need more than like a pump or a squeeze, like a pea size for most foundations. So I love that most, that I can really like use, like that a little goes a long way really. So love this foundation. Next I have a concealer. For the concealer, it is the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Concealer. Now I have seen a lot of YouTubers talk about it, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to buy it. Shade 20 Light, by the way. I like it. I like it a lot. I feel like this has like the perfect coverage if it's for like every day. I feel like I can build it up to full coverage. I can build it up. I believe that this is like a, when you, I don't want to say reasonable because everybody's reasonable is different. But if you just like one, like if you just take it out, you just apply to both eyes and down the T or wherever you highlight, that's just like light to medium coverage. But the fair amount I do, the reason about I can get medium coverage. Now if I do 2 of the fair amount I do, I can get like full coverage. So I'm like, okay, well yeah, I'm using more product, but like this is a drugstore concealer. It will perform how it's meant to perform, and I feel like this performs perfectly. I feel like it doesn't burn my eyes. I'm very sensitive under the eyes, so I feel like there's some concealers that do burn. Like my skin has to like get used to it. So far I love it. I feel like I can make the coverage to where I want, and you know, it'd be great. Like this doesn't fail me where I can get coverage. As long as I can get the coverage and it looks beautiful and flawless, like this can make that happen. It's great. Next is a powder, and it's the Wet n Wild pressed powder in the shade Warm Beige. This is what she looks like, and I feel like I can use very little. Like I feel like it blends in with my skin, like it's a powder. But I feel like I can use very little of this, and it really like blends into my skin. It makes me look flawless. And this doesn't claim to be mattifying or anything, but I think this does make my skin look matte, but for not for a whole day. I've had this on since 10 o'clock this morning, I believe. And what time is it? Hold on. I believe it's like 2, 3-ish. And I'm starting to get oily just now. But I also did apply like way too much like MAC Fix Plus. Anyways, so love this powder. Perfect coverage. I feel like you can use this every single day. I feel like it doesn't make my skin look cakey because I do have oily skin, and I feel like some powders that I use make me look cakey. So enjoy it. Love it so far. Let's talk about a setting spray. This is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. Now this is the Prime, Correct, and Set one. I want to get the illuminating one because even though I'm oily, I feel like some days I want to look dewy. So one thing I love, like I have used it like that. It doesn't look like I've used it much, but I have. Let's just spray some. I love the mister on this thing. The scent reminds me of something from my childhood. I think it was like a hairspray or something. I can't remember. But it reminds me something of my childhood, and I really enjoy that about that, even though that doesn't really like make sense. But when I think I first used this, or like the second time I used this was on my birthday, and I was wearing it for about 8 hours plus straight, and I was like in a restaurant, and like I was getting really hot because I was so close to people, and I'm like, do I look good? Yeah, like when I got home I still looked good. I'm like, well, I don't want to take it off, but I have to. So I really like how this sets my skin. It does a great job at it. I feel like it makes the powders and the creams and the liquids or whatever blend into my skin a lot more, and I feel like it makes even my eyeshadow stay on longer. It's great. I love it so far. Love it, love it, love it. Next, let's talk about we'll talk about these other two face powders. Well, not face powders, but face things. So the first one, let's start with the mist one. The one that it's not the product, it's the color. So I have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. First off, don't kill me. I have not gone into my opinion yet, but usually when people say like something's wrong with it, you're like, does she need to go to a mental asylum or something? Number one, I love the smell. It smells like pina colada. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, love this smell. One thing I hate, this brush. Nobody is going to use this brush. It is like foam. Like, it feels like foam to me. It literally feels like foam I work with at work. So, number one, I like the mirror. You look cute, look cute. But the shade, this is in light bronze. The shade I can't rock with because this is the light one. And now I did get this as a gift, so I didn't, you know, pick this out because I knew the shade I needed. But it literally, I am swatching, literally blends into my skin tone. So I can't use this unless like I like throw it on the eyes, but I want to use this as a bronzer and I can't because of the color. But I do plan on going and getting the actual shade I need. And I feel like the product is buttery. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just the shade. I can't rock with the shade because it does not show up on my skin tone. Next, oh, there is one more face product. Okay, we'll do this one. This is the Wet n Wild highlighter in Boozy Brunch. I already know how I feel about this. I flip and love it. I have that among like the two other highlighters I have on my face, which three other highlighters really on my face. That's a swatch of it right there. She is gorgeous. Like, she rocks. Like, look at that. Hold on, I'll give you a brand new swatch. Ready? Ooh, look at that swatch. Okay. Now, I believe I have owned the older formula, and I feel like this tops the older formula. I want to get the older formula, newer shade of a different shade they have. I can't remember the shade name because they changed the names again. And I want that same one I had in the older formula and the older name. It's the one with the pink, gold, silver, like marble crap they got going on in it. So, love, 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 love so far. And I said that was like part of what's on this glowing face right here. Alright, last face product, I think so. Yeah, last face product. This is the Maybelline Master Bronze Highlighter Kit. Bronze and Highlight Kit in shade 10. Now, I love it. Or I really enjoy it. I don't want to say I love it yet, but I really enjoy it. The only reason why I'm not going to say I love it yet is because I'm still testing out one of the shades in here. Now the shade I will swatch all of them. Let me take a makeup wipe first and just wipe all this product off. Now these are all the four of the shades. It comes with a highlighter, like 2 different shades of highlighters I want to say, and 2 different shades of bronzers. Now let me swatch. Now when I first used the highlighter, I was not blown away by it. Why? Because I felt like it wasn't blingy enough for me. But I put on a different, I put like a cream highlight underneath today, and I felt like I loved it. Now this is the swatches, but I feel like now when I swatch it, it looks good. So I don't know, maybe it was just that first time. Maybe I didn't have good enough lighting where I couldn't tell, but I don't know. I'm feeling it now. I feel like I gotta feel it out more just that shade, but I love the bronzer. I have the bronzer on today. I feel like it bronzes me up, makes me look like a goddess. I feel I've used the second like highlighter-ish shade as a blush. I don't have that on today, but I just have the two bronzers right here. I mixed them together, and then I got the highlight among the Boozy Brunch. And what else? I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, and I have the Jeffree Star collab with Manny MUA in the shade Eclipse. I think it's Eclipse. I'll leave that. I'll link it down below. I'll link what I'm wearing. So, that's the only shade I'm testing out that I'm iffy with, because like I keep on having hit and miss like signals with it. Like she's throwing me different signals and I don't know which one to believe. So, but the shades are buttery. They're not patchy. I feel like I get great pigment off of them when I use it. So, yeah. So let's get the one brow product I have out of the way. This is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. Now, I have had this before, but I had it in a different shade. I believe I had the shade Brunette. No, that's the shade I have now. No, this is Chocolate. So, when I swatched this and looked at the packaging, I'm like, okay, well, this is going to be a perfect shade, right? Wrong. Because Brunette was way too dark. It was like way too dark for me. And I'm like, okay, well, when you swatch, oh, you can't even see that swatch. When you swatch it, it looks like the perfect shade of brown, right? No. It pulls red when I put it on my brows, which I don't understand, because I'm like, okay, well, I'm applying like the same pressure, so why isn't it working like how it's supposed to? I love the formula, but I just can't hop on that train with the color. Like, I can't get my perfect color. So NYX, next time I look for your shade, pull through for me, please, because I really like your formula, but I can't get the right color. It's really making me so angry because I just want the shade to match me so I can use this beautiful thing. Next, let's move to eyeshadows. Yeah, eyeshadows. First thing I'm going to show you is the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar Palette. This is nothing new. Everybody has heard of it before, and like maybe you have it, I don't know, but I've never owned it before. And I love this palette so far. There's two shades in this palette where I think, I don't know if it's just me or like it's supposed to be formulated like this, but Pink Sugar, which is this shade right here, is like a top coat, kind of like, I don't know if you can tell, but like, I don't know if you can tell, like, hold on. Let me like swatch it here, like, but I think it is, maybe it is like, it just doesn't pull through like a normal like a normal shadow. But, and I feel like Blueberry Swirl, maybe if I swatch this, like, okay, so it's on my finger, right? And you see how it like doesn't have full pigment? This is Pink Sugar. And I feel like a Blueberry Swirl is a little like patchy or not pigmented enough. But I love, okay, well now it's like showing up. Now it's showing up. So maybe like that shade is just me. But the Pink Sugar one, I don't know if like that's meant to be like as like a topper or like it's kind of like a blush topper, but for an eye topper, I don't know. I don't know. All the shades. I love all the shades. They blend like a dream. They're buttery. I love all. I love this palette. I have done so many looks with this palette. It's ridiculous. And you probably already know what it is because I talk about it in a lot of my videos. And it is the Morphe X Jaclyn Hill palette. I love this palette to the moon and back. Now I know they just released an Ulta with the names on the back, but I think I like the original packaging better. I like this packaging. My opinion is on the colors. I love the uniqueness of this palette. I feel like nobody would ever think of this like creation color combos. The only thing I don't like is that it doesn't have a matte vanilla cream shade, but everybody knows that because I've said it before. But like, that's the only thing. I love the shades, love the shade range, I love the colors. These I love. I really want to use these 4 all in one look. I really want to use this. Like, look at that. Oh, it's calling my name. Like, can't really see this. Ooh, yes, God. Like a Tiffany. Like, I can probably use it on like a Tiffany & Co. Like, look. I don't know. Comment down below if you want to see that. But shades are buttery. Literally, you can't go wrong with buying this palette. It's worth the $38. So, if like every woman in the world who didn't have this palette came over to me and asked, hey, if I buy this palette, will I regret it? Heck no, you won't. And I'm so like, this palette is my baby. I'm scared if I like hit it the wrong way, I'm gonna shatter a shadow and I'll cry. Next, okay, let's do this one mascara and we'll move on to like the eyeliner products, the lip products, and then we'll be done. So this is the Maybelline Colosso Big Shot Mascara. I've been wanting to try this mascara for a while, just haven't gotten around to picking it up. Hi Tank, you're so handsome. You guys want to see my dog? He's so cute. Hold on. Look at him. He's just laying. He's just straight chilling. Alright, let's get back to making this video. Alright, so I love the... My bad. Sorry. I have it on today. I love how, like, it gives me volume, but it also gives me, like, not that I need the length or the volume because I have really, like, voluptuous, like, lashes. But I feel like I have, like, I have the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I feel like that kind of clumps them up a little bit, and I love having them like spread apart, and I feel like this does the job. This is the shade Blackest Black, if you were wondering. I want to get like the makeup, like the collab with like Makeup by Shayla shades, like the purple, the blue, and he ran away. Oh, he didn't run away, he ran out the room. Anyways, I want to get those shades and use them as well, because like I like trying fun shades sometimes. So okay, let's move on to the eyeliners. I think I'm gonna be like the most harsh about these because all right, let's start off with the ones I like. Is these 3. This is the NYX retractable eye pencil in brown, and I love this shade. I like using these for like simple looks like this. I have it here, and like you can't even tell, like, and it lasts a long time. So I love this. Creamy. It's not hard to work with at all. Literally just 1-2 action for tight line and waterlining. Next is the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. I bought this to use as like a white eye pencil, and I've used it before, and I really like a couple times, and I really like it. Mostly been using it for like the tight line and the waterline, and I really enjoy it. Like, this is like extremely creamy. If they could put this in like a slimmer version, like that would be fantastic. This is the Milani Stay Put waterproof eyeliner in just keep on 05 keep on sapphire, and I have worn it in a couple videos. I think maybe one video. No, because I didn't even post that video. Because oh no, wait, maybe I did. I don't know. I've worn it a lot outside of filming, so I really like it. It really does stay put. It has gone through crying because I fell down a hill. It wasn't a big hill, but I fell down a hill, and I didn't cry. Like, I cried of laughter, and so I mean, it was just like because it was funny because I fell. But anyways, it actually stayed put. Love it. Okay, these 3. Okay, I have 2 Wet n Wild ones, so let's get those ones over with first. First is the Wet n Wild Felt Tip Eyeliner in black. Now, this is black. It's really black. Like, it's black. Like, here's one swipe. Like, it's extra black. What I hate, though, I've always been a brush eyeliner gal, but I'm like, I just felt like most of the drugstore ones are felt tip, and I want to find something affordable for an eyeliner. But like the tip, like hold on. Like, I don't get any pigment, like, out of it. Like, that's all I get. How am I supposed to create a wing with that little bit of, like, literally, how am I supposed to create a wing with that? I can't. Like, there's no way. No way. So, this is a miss for me. A big miss. Big miss. Next is the Wet n Wild on edge long wearing eye pencil into my Yang, which is, you would think, looking at the cap, would be matte, right? No, we're not matte. We're like metallic-y, like, I don't know if you can tell, but like it has a metallic-iness to it. And when I first bought it, I literally went to go swatch it and it broke. Like, I literally put the lightest pressure and it broke. So what I don't like about it, and it is like a creamy formula. I do not know the wear on it. But that's because it doesn't stay, I can't stay sharpened. I literally sharpened it 3 times and have finally gotten like the tiniest bit of a pencil tip. And I hate that it's shimmery. Next is the Infallible Paints liquid eyeliner in the shade Black as well. I believe Blackest Black or Black Party. Now, the crap I want to give about this is you claim to be black, right? But you're really not a true black. You look like a blacky green. And I don't want that as an eyeliner. I want a black. Black, black, black. That's all I want. And you can't give that to me. And also, like, it doesn't have a really pigmented, like, literally, right there. What kind of tip is that? I can't create a sharp wing with that. Let's move on. I have, oops, I've got a couple of those. Let's start off with the 2 that I'm iffy with. And that is, this is the Revlon Matte Balm in the shade Fiery Flamboyant. I love the shade. I love, feels like mint. The only thing I don't like is that if you have dry lips and you don't moisturize before putting the lip balm on, it like literally shows all of your like dryness. It is disgusting. It's so disgusting. So that's my gripe about that. Next is the Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick. I wore this today earlier before I put this one on, which I'll show you what this is next. And this is in the shade Nudist. Love the shade. Love the creaminess of it. I love how it sets and doesn't go anywhere, except when you eat. It literally like tears at the inner corner of your lips and looks so gross when you're done eating. If you don't go like this, like, it's literally the grossest thing. So I literally had to, when I went to my mom's earlier, I had to take some coconut oil and get it off. I'm like, I'm not gonna walk around like this. This is just flippin' nasty. So that's not my only gripe about it so far. I don't know if it's gonna be with the other shades, but like with this shade, well, like, I'm just not gonna eat. I'm gonna eat before I put this on. Or like literally carry wipes with me and then like put it back on after. So my only gripe. The other ones. Okay, so I've owned the NYX lingerie lip creamy thingies before. And this is in the shade Confident. Love these shades. That's what I have on right now. I love the mauve purpley grayish-ish going on. The only thing is, like, I mean, it's 100% transfer proof, it dries. The only thing is with like some colors, I've owned these colors before and they were great, but with this one I felt like I had to apply like 2 layers, which sometimes I get lazy and I don't want to do, but most of the time I don't mind. So that's my only gripe about it. I love the formula. I love how moussey it feels on the lips. So I'm gonna definitely buy much more shades. Next is another NYX. This is the Simply Nude Lip Cream. And this is in the shade Exposed, and I'm like, I love it. Like, this is a great everyday, like, carry in your purse type crap. And I was in the car when, like, I had that other lip on, and I'm like, I really wish I had this in my purse, because I took it out because I had it in my purse. So I'm like, I will be carrying this in my purse more often. Like, I love the shade, and I want to get more shades. Like, I think I want to get the red, like the Simply Red one. So, all right. Last but not least is the Milani Amore Matte Lip Cream in the shade 19 Covet. Love this formula. I have heard that these are like a hit and miss with the formula, especially with like the nudie, like the darker shades. But I'm like, okay, well, this is a darker shade, and like, it's flipping amazing. I literally do one layer and that's it. And I'm definitely buying more shades of this. And I think I want to go like buy some of the metallic ones as well, just to venture. So I love this shade. I've used it so many times, and I just want to keep using it. And I feel like this is a great transit, like a fall, like winter shade, because I like dark shades like this in the winter time, because it's like a chocolatey color, so it's kind of versatile, because it can mean, like, instead of brown leaves, it can like remind you of chocolate. Get those little kisses. But anyways, yeah. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will definitely, I can't wait till the next one. This is my third time filming this one, just because every time I go to film this video, it gets dark. And I'm like, okay, well, I have some time to kill. Let's film it while it's light outside. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to see this look, definitely let me know down below, and I will film it for you. I hope you guys enjoyed. Give it a like and thumbs up, comment down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.